Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Andover campus of First United Methodist Church. My name is Todd. I am the absentee pastor this morning. Last fall, I was invited by our offerings community to come and preach on February 14th, and I said, that's a great idea, and that works out perfect. And so that is where I am this morning. And so I'm thankful that Esther Jodhoff agreed to preach at Andover, and she's going to have a lot of help with the service this morning, and they will all be leading you. But I wanted to make sure that we had a time to celebrate together and to update you on Act 2 Eager. As last week we reported, through Commitment Sunday, we had pledges and cash of $800,000 that are going towards the new building. As of this Sunday, a week later, we are up to $825,000 in change, and that is made up of 56 pledges. So 56 individuals and families have come together and said, this is what we want to feel like God is leading us to do, and to commit over a 3-year period for Act 2 Eager so that we can renovate the building. And between those pledges and the cash that we had on hand, we are at $825,000 and change. And it's just a true testimony to how God's working in your lives, and you've remained so steadfast, even with some of the news that has come out about pastoral transition and everything else. You said, we know God's in this, and we know how God wants to use us, and we will absolutely do that. And so we are moving full steam ahead. Matter of fact, Andover leadership team met this week and has gone back to the design team, which Don Wells heads, and said, begin to think through the process of how we finalize the building plans, so that we can select a contractor, so that we can get on the business of building or renovating this building. We're going to have another week to 10 days that we will be receiving pledges. And there's some folks traveling. Some other folks have said, hey, we need a little bit more time. And we said that is fine. So we should have a kind of a final number within a week to 10 days. And then that will help us with the budget that we'll give to the design team, who then work with our architect to say, okay, here's what we're looking at. There's going to be a chance for your input as we do that. If there's a need to prioritize, we want to make sure that you are all on board for that. So be looking for some times that your voice can be heard on that front. But in the meantime, let's celebrate. It is amazing what God has done in our midst. And your faithfulness has been such an encouragement to me. And everybody I've been talking to this week has just been amazed at what has just happened and what will continue to happen. So this thing is, it has been an amazing 5-6 weeks now of how God has been working, but it shouldn't be a surprise, because God has been working through you for 8+ years. And we are here today because of your continued faithfulness, week after week, month after month, that God continues to use. And so I'm excited for what God's doing. I'm excited for what God will continue to do. I will see you next Sunday. If you have any questions or anything else, feel free to let me know this week. I'll be around all week and would love to have any conversations that you would like to have. Let us begin worship, and let us begin to celebrate all that God's doing.